Hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. So I see we've got some people here already. Mike, it's nice to see you here. I know it's been a little bit of time here since you've been in a stream, and I know I haven't been streaming as much recently, so it's nice to see you here. I'm glad to see some familiar names here. Low Roller, nice. Nice to see you here as well. Mike, it's been a little while since I've done a live stream. Unfortunately, I've just been kind of busy. Um, I haven't done a talking live stream like this in probably about a month, I would say. I didn't get to doing a bunch of live streams and stuff during November just because I had other things going on, but I did do a few, letting it run with the auto faucets and stuff like that, which, it's still got a live stream out there, and I know it seems like the viewers, you guys usually prefer these kind of live streams. So, like I said, I always like doing them, just unfortunately got kind of pushed back and all that. But, it looks like we've got 5 people here right now, so thank you so much for joining, everybody. If you're new here and you haven't been on a live stream, the way these usually work is we got the live chat here, and I just want to hear what you guys want to talk about. Feel free to ask questions about crypto, technology, anything like that. And, we can go from there, really. There isn't a plan for this stream. It's really just viewer-led. I can do my best to guess what you guys want to see here on the YouTube channel in the pre-recorded videos, but I'd much rather see what you guys want to hear about here in the stream, and, we can talk about that or, make videos later on. But super cool. I appreciate everybody for showing up. And, let's just get right into it. So, Low Roller, you said it was scary last night. Unfortunately, this is part of cryptocurrency. We are looking at a lot of red. Really the only green things that I can see here are these stable coins. There's one real green one here, which is Request Network. Never heard of it. But, yeah, we got a lot of red. There's been quite a bit of money wiped off the market caps. Of not just Bitcoin and Ethereum and the big ones, but cryptocurrency as a whole lost multiple hundreds of billions of dollars, I think, over just the last few days, just because everything's been going down. And I'm not too concerned. Of course, it does. It is unfortunate to see the the portfolio dropping in value and all of that. But jumping down a few comments here, Low Roller said, hit it right on the head. This is a great time for faucets. Faucets are worse when Bitcoin price is up, or crypto, whatever you're claiming. Whenever the price is up, it's worse off for faucets, because faucets give you a set amount of cryptocurrency that's equivalent to the US dollar or your fiat currency. And when the price of that crypto goes up, say they only give out 5 cents per roll, if that is 10,000 satoshis one day, but then Bitcoin goes up 100 times, it might only be 1,000 satoshis the next day, so you're getting less crypto. So that's perfect analogy there, that it's a great time for faucets. Super good information. And as you know, if you've been around on the channel, I love faucets, whether crypto's up in price or down. But when it's down, it is it's a lot better for faucets. So let's see here. Low Roller said Dogecoin dropped as low as 10 or 12 cents there. And Low Roller, I see you recommend adding Dogecoin into let me do Bitcoin and crypto news. Dogecoin, I don't know, we'll just do Dogecoin crash. Just adding that to the title, because I do think that is a good suggestion there. I put a post out on the community section of the channel, as well as a post out on Twitter for it. And then it's in the Discord as well. So hopefully we'll get some good viewers in here today. The channel's been growing really well, and we've been, we're getting close to 4,000 subscribers. I think we're about 100 away, which is super cool. It's been, probably almost 10 months now since we started the, started this channel up after the other one got removed. So super cool. It's been, a little bit of a setback, but, fun to kind of, I guess start over and rebuild back up. But let's see here. So Mike, you said, sounds good. Can you show us the Bitcoin chart and see what where we've been going? Yeah, so let's pull up TradingView. That's what it's called. All right, Bitcoin to USD. So, realistically here, 48,000 isn't horrible. If we're looking back here, what are we on? Oh, we're on the day market here. That so this was 20, so yeah, this was earlier. If we're looking back here, I scrolled back too far. Let's see here. So we've got, this is July of this year. So this is only, 5, 6 months ago. We were at a low of right around $29,000. That was not seen since back here in December of last year, almost a year ago. We're still almost double that. Well, not quite because this was $30,000. So we're up about still $18,000 since this low about 5 months ago. So that's really really good. I think of people get scared by seeing down 5,000, 10%, whatever. That is a big drop, especially if you're holding a lot of Bitcoin. And as we all know, Bitcoin does kind of dictate what goes on in the crypto markets overall. Whether you like it or not, that's kind of how it is. But as we can see here, in September, we kind of hit this low of right around $40,000, $40,500. That was where it kind of traded sideways for a few days. It went back up, kind of came back down, up, down for about what looks like a week, and then it took off again. I think, we saw this candle here during this hour get down to $41,000. That dropped quite a bit, but we didn't hit this mark and we kind of bounced off of this support level. I think as long as we can stay above the support level of the right around $40,000, 40,000 to 41,000, we should be okay. We might see it down there and it might bounce back up, but there's a lot of different factors going on. There's, things going on with, government restrictions and, there's the new coronavirus, variant or whatever, however that affects, the markets overall, whether it's stocks or crypto. Because, when this whole thing started back in 2020, we saw Bitcoin crash and, hit all-time lows right around, I think it was like $2,500 or $3,000. And this was, 2 years ago. So, it's been crazy to say it's been going for 2 years, but, that's things to keep in mind. It's not just all about, what crypto is going to do. There's a lot of outside factors, if new regulations are put in for taxes or businesses or, mining restrictions, stuff like that, that's going to affect crypto as well. And I think just right now with all of the things changing and going on, we could see Bitcoin falling like this for, the next 12 hours and it could be right back up around 50 to 55,000. I think that's absolutely possible. We could also see it back down around 40,000 in 12 hours. It has that tendency to swing quite a bit, and I think that's why a lot of people try to stay away from cryptocurrency. They think it's this horrible thing that's going to swing back and forth and all that, which is very different from a lot of the traditional stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds where you invest $1,000, more or less that $1,000 is going to go up very slowly. You're not going to see a $5,000 gain in 12 hours, but on the other side of that, you're not going to see a $5,000 loss. Whereas with Bitcoin and crypto, you can see swings like that, and it's very common. So we're sitting right around where we were back at the beginning of October after this little bit of a run up. So we can see that we kind of got this pattern here as well. We ran up in, let's see, when was this? January into May and, hit that all-time high up here. And then it kind of fell back down. We kind of saw that again. Hit a new all-time high, almost $70,000. We might just fall back down again for a few days, weeks, maybe a month, and it might just go back up again. I'm not saying that's absolutely what's going to happen, but there's a possibility. So, freaking out, selling off, all of that, if you're up in crypto and you've made money that could really help you out, there's no shame in taking some profit. But if you're in for the long term, something like this shouldn't scare you into selling. So hopefully that kind of helps. That's just a brief, overview of kind of what it looks like here. I don't really see too much cause for panic just yet. Now, if we start dropping below $40,000, we'll probably see our next support right here around the $29,000, $30,000 range. If we drop below that, who knows? I think that's very unlikely unless there's a lot of, big negative news in crypto, whether that's restrictions or regulations or mining bans, stuff like that, whatever that might be. But, I think that's pretty unlikely. So, hopefully that kind of helps a little bit there, Mike. But Low Roller, you said it's a huge crypto crash last night. First time altcoin crashed 20% in one day this year. So, yeah, it fell. A lot of coins fell. If we go look at Coin Market Cap here, we can see that, you know, crypto as a whole is down over 11%, which is quite a bit, and you can see big, steep downtrends on just about every coin. They've got pretty much the same chart, more or less. So, Dogecoin fell quite a bit. Shiba Inu doesn't look like it fell quite as bad, but it's been kind of on a steady decline this last week, anyways. So maybe it was already kind of resistant to that from the beginning. So, definitely, interesting. I think there's a lot of, things going on, and this metaverse, real estate with NFTs and all of that. That's a big new thing that I've kind of looked into, but I don't really understand the whole real estate in the metaverse kind of thing. I have to do more research on it and figure out, how do you just decide to sell real estate in the metaverse? Can you just do what they did in the olden days and, walk up and claim a big section of land and then sell it, or, what, but, so I got to do a little more research on that, but that's been getting a lot of new people into Ethereum, into crypto. NFTs have been, very big in the meme, world, Reddit, and different meme sites, as well as, it's probably made it onto some news sites, people paying outrageous amounts of money for pictures, really. So, it's good news for crypto. There's new people coming in and all of that, but, it's just something else to think about. People might lose money and get scared away from crypto because of that. So, a lot of different things going on that can impact, Ethereum's price, which is really, it's got quite a bit of influence as well. Not quite as much as Bitcoin, but, more or less it's number two. It's a big, crypto that a lot of people know about, and I would say a lot of people know more about Ethereum than Bitcoin, probably, just because there's so many new things to do with Ethereum. But that's just an estimation. I have no facts to back that up. And then let's see. So, Mike, you said, yeah, Faucet also mining are better when the price is down. The lower the price, usually the more coins you can mine. Yeah, that's exactly true. Whether you're mining, doing surveys, because I see Low Roller, you mentioned some stuff about surveys, or doing faucets. Really, if you're doing anything that you are earning cryptocurrency, you want the price to be down. Now, if you're just going out and buying it, you're also going to want the price to be down, but eventually we all want it to go up. So, using a day like this, or, what could be, a week or two like this, where Bitcoin's down, $5,000 from where it was just a few hours ago, claim from Free Bitcoin, claim from, Dutchy Auto Faucet and Fire Faucet and Faucet of Bob. Those auto faucets are great. I have those running right now, and I'm, doing a live stream. I'm earning crypto just doing this because those are running in the background. So that's why I really like those auto faucets, because to me, I would much rather spend 5-10 minutes setting it up, getting it ready, collecting the points, and then forget about it for, a week. Check on it every night, spend 2 minutes a night, checking on the sites, making sure they're still running. Occasionally I have to refresh and sign in or something like that. So it's a really easy way to build up crypto without having to do a lot of work. Whereas, and then Low Roller said here, taking online surveys like Swag Bucks, you can earn cryptocurrency, and it is higher paying than faucets, but generally you do have to put in a little bit more work. So, I did a video a few weeks ago about, the 3 easiest ways to earn, money with cryptocurrency. First off was faucets. That's the absolute easiest way, but you're not going to earn a lot. Up next was surveys. You're going to earn more, but you're going to have to spend a little bit more time. And then finally it was, freelancing a skill that you have, maybe it's video editing or photo editing, music production, stuff like that, out for cryptocurrency. And that's going to be, the highest paying if you're really good at what you do, but you're going to have to put in time and effort. So, it's not as simple as mindlessly clicking a button on a faucet. So, yes, Low Roller, you're absolutely correct. Taking surveys is better than a faucet, but it does require more work. And, everybody's in a different place. Personally, for me, I don't like doing surveys. Yes, they do pay better, but I've never enjoyed doing the surveys, so I generally stay away from them. I would much rather, find a good number of faucets and figure out how to keep those running and then let them do their work for me in the background than sit in front of the computer and do surveys all the time. Now, that's my personal opinion, but, everybody's entitled to that. So it's still a great strategy, and I would always recommend, if your goal is to get as much as possible, absolutely do as many surveys as you can. But let's see here. Low roller, you said Bitcoin dropped 42,000 and the stock market crashed this week. Yes, that is very true. The stock market was down quite a bit, yesterday, and Thursday wasn't too bad of a day in the stock market, but Friday was not the best. So, and I think really, depending on what tech does in the stock market, so your Apple, Nvidia, AMD, Intel, Adobe, even extending out to, companies like that, Cisco, Ubiquiti, stocks like that really do reflect what's going on in the crypto markets. If big tech and the stock does well, usually crypto's doing well, and, the same goes the other way. So it's not a huge surprise, especially with what went on in the stock market yesterday, that crypto fell a little bit, but, again, that's just part of it, the ups and downs and stuff, and you kind of look at it the same way in the stock market is, if things fall, you can, take that opportunity to buy in and get a little bit of a discount. While you can't just go out and claim from a faucet and get, Apple stock or, Tesla stock or something like that, you can with crypto. And I think that's where crypto is really, really cool compared to the traditional stock market. Is literally anybody can get started in cryptocurrency for free. You don't have to have money to get started. You just have to have a device that connects to the internet or access to one. You don't even have to own it. You can go to a library and use the computers there, as long as the sites aren't blocked or anything like that. So, super cool. Again, I've always loved faucets. That's how I got my start in crypto. And I still, to this day, use faucets and recommend people use them. So, Mike, you said great analysis. How do you think inflation, supply chain crisis, and labor shortage are going to play out in the crypto in the coming months? That is a really hard question because, inflation, I think, is going to help the price of crypto. People are going to, I'll say people, but more so the really, really rich people, not Warren Buffett specifically, but like the Warren Buffetts, the Bill Gates, the Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, those people that are really, really rich, they are going to look for something to be a hedge against that inflation, whether that's crypto or traditional stocks. And, the more that gets poured into the market, the better the price is going to be. So I think inflation is an advertisement for crypto. The supply chain and labor shortage, that I think is a different situation that I don't really know how it's going to affect crypto per se, because crypto doesn't really have a need for the supply chain, ignoring mining. But, if the supply chain stopped, crypto is still going to work. It's not like, Apple, where they're shipping iPhones around the world. If the supply chain stopped, their income stops, or, a big portion of it would. Whereas crypto, if the supply chain stops, as long as the internet's still working, you can still earn money and trade and do stuff with crypto. So I don't think that's really going to change too much. And then the labor shortage, again, that I think is a different issue that wouldn't really affect crypto as much. I think the labor shortage comes down to there's got to be a point where companies realize that they got to pay people more to work there, whether it's, a big, multi-international company that's doing billions of dollars in sales, or, your local McDonald's or something. They're going to have to realize that they got to pay more to hire people. And really, I'm not too sure. I'm sure there is a way that it connects to crypto. I just don't know what that way is. So that I don't really know. Hopefully that kind of answers your question a little bit. But Low Roller said, wow, BTT crashed pretty hard, dropped as low as 0.00. Wow, 3 zeros and a 2.8? Wow. That's... Wow, I kind of wish I didn't read that. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So it's come back up a little bit. Yeah, it was down there, but Okay, so that's not quite as bad as I was expecting. As long as we still have two zeros, but I'd like to see it around half a penny again. That's where I got some. So a lot of these cryptos, and like I said, you can't be too concerned about it. You just gotta like you said low roller. You said you think it'll be a penny or higher again. So you just hold on to it and wait. Really, unfortunately, that's a lot of what it is. So because eventually, it might be 2 or 3 years down the road, but eventually we're going to have another bull run like we saw here, assuming that there isn't a ton of regulations put into place. But, collecting coins now when it's cheaper, things like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu or BTT, the way I look at it is I never thought Dogecoin would go above a penny. Or really, realistically, that first night when it hit 8 cents, I thought that was insane. I remember it hit 8 cents, it started falling, it was right around 4 cents, and I thought, I should buy some more. And I got another 6,000 at 8 cents, or 4 cents, sorry. And when I hit the, purchase order and all that, I was like, wow, I really just bought Dogecoin at 4 cents a coin. What the heck? Here it is at 17 cents, higher than I ever thought it would be. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. So, get some BTT, get some Shiba Inu, get some Dogecoin. The worst that happens is, you spent a little bit of money, collecting some or some time in a faucet or some time mining it and all of that. Maybe it, goes up like crazy like Dogecoin did. So, you can't do that to every crypto, but, some of those can't hurt. That's kind of the way I look at it. But, low roller, you said ETH should have dropped to 2,500 this morning. Shocked it's still at 4,000. I think that has a lot to do with all of the NFTs and the metaverse and everything else going on the Ethereum blockchain. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. Ethereum has a ton of use cases that keeps it, a little bit higher. I'm still pretty shocked that Ethereum, ignoring the events of, last night into this morning where everything fell, I'm still pretty shocked that it's only $4,000. I would have thought by now it should be $6,000 to $10,000 easily with the amount of use and new things that's been going on with it. I think it should be a lot higher in price, but that's my opinion. So, Mike, you said completely agree. I think that was about the faucets and the surveys and stuff. I'm a little behind on the chat here, but imagine if one Satoshi hits $1 someday. You've been earning through faucets, and that's very true. Having a Satoshi be worth $1, I think, is pretty far down the road, but you might see a Satoshi being a penny, not too far down the road. And if you've got a couple 100,000 or a couple 100 million of them, depending on how much you've claimed in Bitcoin and stuff like that, that's a really good payday. So yeah, claiming from faucets, whether it's up or down, is still a really, really good thing to do because it's completely free. It's not like some of these cloud mining sites, which, unfortunately, there aren't a ton of cloud mining sites anymore, but you're not really taking a risk. You're spending a little bit of your time to click a button. To me, I'd rather spend 5 minutes, claiming some faucets and, maybe not getting paid from it rather than investing $20 to $50 in a site and then losing it. At the worst, I lost, 10 minutes and, whatever I claimed versus, $50, $60 in a cloud mining site that I wouldn't even know that I lost for maybe a month or longer. So that's kind of the way I look at it, but I still really did like cloud mining when it was a little bit more safe and not as, full of scams. But low roller, you said once you figure out the survey, it'll be really easy. You can earn $10 a day. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the surveys are a great way to earn some extra money, crypto and fiat. There's a lot of them that'll pay you right into PayPal or Venmo or stuff like that. But, they're really good. Like I said, I just not super fond of taking the surveys. That's, like I said, just my opinion. So, but let's see here. Mike, you said also to add to the survey question, can you think of a way of turning Amazon gift cards into cryptocurrency? Mike, I'll ask you to expand on that a little bit there. You said, so you want to take, like, you say you got a $100 Amazon card, you want to make that into $100 of Bitcoin, or you want to take $100 of Bitcoin and get an Amazon card? I'm not sure if you can take a gift card that you have and purchase crypto. I know there are ways to get gift cards for crypto, but I'm not sure you can go the other way. So I guess just let me know if that was what you meant or if I'm reading it wrong. But Jackson, nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll take this second real quick here. It looks like we've got 6 people, so thank you to everybody who showed up. If you guys have any questions, comments, or things you want to talk about here in the stream or see on the channel, make sure to leave a live chat. And so far, we've been able to address everybody's chats, so thanks for showing up. But, you know, help out the channel, hitting a like button or subscribing. It does really help out the channel. And then we do also have that join button if you're looking to support the channel a little bit more as well. But Jackson, you said Safe Moon down 30%. I'm going to load up my bags. Yeah. Good luck with that. Like I said in the past on streams and in videos, not a fan of Safe Moon, but, you know, like I said, if you think, you know, it's a little bit of a, you know, a risk for the reward, absolutely go for it. You know, everybody has their own cryptos they want to go for. Like I said, there are a lot of people that don't like Shiba Inu, but, you know, I mined it and got a lot of it, so, you know, that's kind of the way I went with it. But, Low Roller, you said Litecoin tanked hard last night, went down to $139. So, yeah, everything's kind of fallen a little bit. You know, Litecoin sitting at 158 right now. You know, it looks like they've kind of recovered from where they were last night, but, you know, not quite as high as they were the day before. So it's just kind of how it goes with crypto, I think. You know, not the end of the world, but still not the, you know, the greatest thing. So just kind of keeping an eye on where it goes and all of that. So definitely still pretty interesting, I think, to see. And, you know, you can take this opportunity, buy some Litecoin, buy some Dogecoin, stuff like that. So, Low Roller, I am not currently mining BTT. I am back mining Ethereum at the moment. You know, I can pull up my Hive OS here, assuming that both the mining rigs are still working. No, I gotta, hang on. I gotta get the code from the email that they sent me. So, let's see here. Grab the Hive OS confirm code. But yeah, I'm currently mining Ethereum because I spent some Ethereum on getting... Oh, what happened? I thought I copied the code. I spent some Ethereum on getting the space coin for the Duchy staking, so I've been mining some Ethereum to kind of build that up a little bit. Looks like neither of the mining rigs are running, so I don't know what happened there. So we're going to reboot those, but... yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to get a little bit of Ethereum. I think Ethereum still has a lot of potential to go up, so mining it through Hive on Pool again. You know, right now that's kind of where I'm, you know, sticking at, and, you know, I'm just going to kind of keep it go with Ethereum for right now. I've got a good number of BTT that I'm happy with. It would be nice to mine some more, but right now I think Ethereum probably has a higher chance of going up, and I'd like to have a little bit more of it, you know, in the wallet. That's just, you know, where I'm at right now with that. So, Low Roll, you said Dogecoin hit 2 cents in 2018. Never thought it would Dogecoin reach 10 cents or higher. And, you know, that's a great example. You know, when Robinhood originally added Dogecoin to their exchange, you know, it did go up pretty well. And, you know, I think a lot of people never really realized or even thought Dogecoin would go this high. So, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, maybe you spend $100 right now or mine for a couple days or a couple weeks right now on Shiba Inu or BTT or something like that, and, you know, 2, 3, 4 years down the road, that coin that you maybe even forgotten about is now, you know, multiple thousands of dollars, you know, similar to Dogecoin. So, you know, that's kind of the way I look at it, is if you have the ability to mine some, why not? So, and then Low Roller, you said 1 Satoshi is $1, that means $100 million Bitcoin. So that is a little expensive. I think that's a little far down the road, but, you know, I could see maybe a penny per 10 Satoshis, or maybe even a penny per Satoshi here in the, you know, future, you know, a little bit closer than that, but, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So, Mike, you said, yes, Amazon card to Bitcoin. For example, purchase a miner. Is there another way to go from Amazon card to crypto? That I don't really know. Low Roller said that you can use PayPal money from Swagbucks, use PayPal to buy crypto. I don't know of a way to take an Amazon gift card and go right into crypto. I don't know if there's any exchanges out there that do that. You know, it's going to be something that's, unfortunately, I think if you do come across it, it's something that you're going to have to take a risk on There was a site, I'm sure it's still around, called Local Bitcoins. I'm sure. Yeah, no. Local Bitcoins. Yeah, this is the site here. Basically, what it is, um, you determine what you want to do with your Bitcoin, whether you want to sell it or buy it. I don't know if quick buy. So you'd be buying Bitcoin. See, I don't know if they're gonna let you trade because like you can do PayPal, and I've used this before. That I would have basically what it is it's someone else on the other end. It'd be like if I was selling a Bitcoin, Mike, you could come on here and say, I want to buy a Bitcoin in PayPal. So you would send PayPal money, PayPal me, and I would send you the Bitcoin. So there's a little bit of risk involved in it because you're just trusting that, someone's going to send it to you. I've used it a few times with one particular person, and it never, went bad for me. But this is the closest that I think you would be able to do, and I don't know if you would be able to sell an Amazon gift card. So, unfortunately, I'm not aware of anything like that. But I would do a little bit of looking around. I can kind of take a look after the stream here and see if I can find anything. But I'm not really aware of that, just because usually I would say it's more effective to take just cash and buy Bitcoin, not going through an Amazon card. But if you've got a bunch of Amazon cards, I can see why you'd want to do that. All right, so let's see what we've got going on here. Low roller, you said, are you mining BTT? Yeah, okay, yeah. I think I talked about the other comment. It's just a little bit backlogged here with the comments. So no, I'm not currently mining Bitcoin or BTT right now. Attempting to mine Ethereum, but I don't know why neither of the rigs are working. So it says it's working, but they're not mining for whatever reason. So we're gonna reboot again. Installed some updates on them, but one of them's getting spun up now. It's just getting going. So reboot again. See if that does anything. But a penny per Satoshi is $1,000,000 per coin. So, I think we could see $1,000,000 Bitcoin eventually. It's down the road for sure, but it's definitely still something, definitely still a good, possibility, I think. Who knows? Down the road for sure. But George, nice to see you here. Thanks for joining in. You asked, did Space Coin drop too? If I had to take a guess, my guess would be yes. But I have not specifically looked. It's right around 7 cents, which is where it was at, this last week a little bit. It was down actually around 6 cents, this morning, and it's come back up. So I'd love to see it go back up around 10 cents. Unfortunately, more people are finding out about space tokens, so the interest rate is dropping. So you're not earning as much, but, I'd really like to see it go back up to the, 9 to 10 cent range is where I'd be happy. It did spike up to around, 19 cents, I think, at one point. Yeah, back here it was, 19 cents, or, yeah, if I can get the little dot, yeah, 17 cents. So it did jump up really well right around there, but, if it was right around 10 to 12 cents, I'd be pretty happy. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I think it would be, it's a great program, and the way they've got it set up works really well. But, it's just going to be more people buying in and kind of bringing the price up a little bit. And the more coins that are locked up in staking, the higher the price should go as well, because, those aren't going anywhere. But who knows? It's definitely a good coin. I think it's a good project. And it's part of the faucet, which does really well. So I think it's got potential to kind of hold on and earn some interest with it, and eventually take some profits from it. But all right, let's see here. So Mike, you said, yeah, that would be great. The only way I can think of is to go purchase a miner from Amazon. I think that's probably going to be the only way you can go, because really I think what you're going to end up doing is finding someone who's willing to sell you a Bitcoin or whatever crypto you're looking for in exchange for that gift card. I don't think there's any services, just because that could be easy to scam people on both sides, whether it's you with a bad gift card that maybe it says it's worth $100 but there's only 50 on it, But then you could also have a true $100 gift card, and someone says, well, yeah, give me the gift card code and I'll send you the Bitcoin. And then, you give them the code and you never get the Bitcoin. So, it can go either way. So I'm thinking your best bet would be to invest in some mining equipment. That's, not ideal, I guess, for everybody, but, I think that's going to be really your only option, to go from an Amazon card into crypto. So, unfortunately, they don't have too many things like that, at least not yet. But and then Mike, you said also Litecoin falling through the rankings. Do you still have a high price target for Litecoin? Really, excuse me. I think I think Litecoin has the potential to go up. I think looking at it today is not fair, but I think Litecoin still has the potential to be a couple $100. 500 to 1,000 easily. I see low rollers at $1,000 a coin. I think that's absolutely possible. I don't think it's this low. Let's see, okay, so it's 18th place. I think it has the potential to be a couple $100 a coin, 500 easily. When that is, who knows? Litecoin's been around for so long. I'm not even sure if there's a ton of use cases around for it anymore. I think it was I think basically it was marketed as a little bit faster of a Bitcoin. That's all it was. Lower fees, faster transaction times. It's been around for forever, so, realistically, I think it has the potential, but I don't know if it will get that high. So, who knows? It's one of those things. During the next bull run, if we're seeing a $500,000 Bitcoin, we might be seeing a 10, 15, 20, $30,000 Ethereum. We might see $1,000 Litecoin. So, it's possible, but down the road. So, low roller, I do have a crypto.com account, and I do use crypto.com if I'm going to go from crypto into fiat. That's what I use crypto.com for. I did use it for staking. I staked their coin as well as some other coins on the app for a while, a couple years ago. But I don't do any staking on there anymore. I don't know why. I just stopped. But yes, I do have an account. I was an early adopter for crypto.com. So I was able to get their Visa card. I've never used it, but I do have it. And then Dogelon Mars available in crypto.com. So, okay, and you said Dogecoin fee got a little bit lower on there. So that's good to know, because, yeah, I set up the account and everything and got it all linked up because I was planning on selling some of my Dogecoin when it was going up, when Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live. I, as well as a lot of people, thought, this is what's going to bring Dogecoin, up to or near $1. So I set everything up the day before and, sent the Dogecoin over and all of that. And, unfortunately, everybody saw what happened on Saturday Night Live. So I never ended up selling any of it. But, I was hoping to sell some for $1 and get some, profits out of crypto. But, hey, it is what it is. I was going to sell right around 50 cents. Maybe I should have. But, we'll just kind of hold on and see what happens at this point. So, at this point, I don't actually have any crypto.com coin anymore. I had sold it for something else a couple years ago. Yeah, I know they went up quite a bit recently. They're 59 cents right now, which is down 10%. But, looking at their 3-month chart, they did really well recently. So it would have been nice to have them, but no, I don't have any at this time. So, hey, it is what it is. But I'm going to grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. All right, here. So, Mike, you said, did I see Michael Saylor talking about Bitcoin for an hour on the Tucker Carlson show today? Crazy how much BTC media coverage is getting. So, I did not see that specifically, but yeah, no, I do agree. It is really cool to see Bitcoin and crypto getting a lot of media coverage. To a point, I think that's really good. But there is going to be a point at some point in the future where there's going to be some sort of regulations put in, and unfortunately, I think realistically that's going to be the only thing that can stop crypto is if the government tries to regulate it to a point where it's either not usable or it's so much work that it's not worth what you're earning. Now, hopefully, I certainly hope it never gets to that point. I've always said, let's just pay the right amount of taxes on it, whatever. They just need to make it clear what needs to be done. None of this, oh, well, if you're an intermediary exchange or, you facilitate the trades or support the network or, all this weird language stuff. Get rid of that. Say if you earn it, you got to pay income tax on it. If you sell it, you got to pay capital gains on it. Whatever it is, you put it in there and it works the same as stocks. Realistically, I think that's how it should work. But, who knows how that happens. But, I think there gets to be a point where there's so much coverage on it that more people are getting into it and, they realize, there's a lot of money to be made. So, I think if they look at it like that and say, hey, if we just set it up like stocks and do it like that, there's a ton of extra money to be made, both sides, as the individual investing and as the person collecting the taxes. I think that's a lot better of an outcome than trying to make it so unusable that nobody uses it, because then both sides are missing out on the profits. So that's my opinion. Of course, I would prefer, that it stays around, but I guess there's nothing we can do. But low roller, I don't remember how many I had. I think it was somewhere around 10,000, but I don't remember exactly. I could go back and look at the transaction history, because I originally got the Crypto.com coin back when the app was really just starting out. I got an email and they were like, hey, we want you to be an early adopter. If you're interested in it, you can get the card. You got to spend this much with the coin and stake it. It's up to you. Whatever the, I think it was like the third tier I got. Whatever that was back, 2, 3, 4 years ago. That's how many I had. And then I ended up just selling them off when it was up probably 50-60% when I sold it. So, it's not like I'm, selling it at a loss or anything. But, of course, it would have been nice to have right now. So I don't remember exactly, though. So, George, you said, this is a good time to load up on your favorite coin. I'm getting a few new bags, not financial advice. Of course, yeah. I mean, that's kind of been a little bit of a trend here on the stream today is, this is a great time to claim from faucets, great time to do surveys, great time to mine smaller coins or, whatever coin you want to mine. Because the crypto prices are so low, it's really an opportunity to collect as much as possible. Whether you're doing Bitcoin or Shiba Inu or Ethereum, whatever you're doing, this is a great way to, earn crypto and build up your holdings. So, yeah, I can try and pull it up here. I'm not too familiar with pulling out transaction histories and stuff, depending on how far back it goes. Let's see here. It goes, yeah, see, because I had my crypto earn, and it's telling me all of my crypto earns from back multiple years ago. So, see, this is where it gets complicated because Crypto.com coin didn't exist when I first started this. It was MCO coin. So, depending on how long you've been in Crypto.com, that'll tell you. So, MCO coin, I originally had 50 of them. So, 50 MCO coins, it looks like at one point I had 8,000 Crypto.com coins, and then I had another, see, I don't know if that makes sense, so maybe around 20,000 Crypto.com coins, I'm not sure. This was, it doesn't give a year, I assume, oh yeah, it does, this was in 2019, so 2 years ago, so I guess that gives you a rough idea, but, yeah, so that was, I forgot about MCO, which doesn't exist anymore. That was their coin they started with, which was more expensive, a couple $100, I think. But Yeah, so depending on how long you've been in crypto.com, you'll remember MCO. Mike, any thoughts on Solana? I don't have any thoughts really either way on it. I know it's been a really popular coin, going up in value really well. You know, number 5, that's a pretty good achievement here, but I don't really know much about the project, but I do know that there's a lot of things going on with it. And as I've really always said, if you're looking for coins, if you're looking to invest in cryptocurrency and you don't want to just put all of your money into Bitcoin or Ethereum, really anything in the top 10 should do pretty fine. You know, ignoring, you know, like USDT or USDC, you know, those I don't think count as investments. You know, those are more just store of value in crypto. But, you know, you could look at, you know, I think investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Solana, Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, you know, Terra, and even, you know, extending a little bit to Dogecoin and Shiba. I think that would be a really well-rounded, you know, crypto portfolio. You know, even you could even throw Shiba Inu out and replace that with something a little more stable like Crypto.com or Matic, or even Litecoin. You know, throwing those in there, they've almost all been around for a number of years. You know, they're popular. They're, you know, you don't accidentally find yourself in the top 10 of the crypto market cap, especially these days. So that, I think, is a really good way to look at how much you can possibly earn by investing. Now, if you're just investing in it and you're hoping that it goes up and want to have a good, you know, well-rounded portfolio versus just Bitcoin, that's kind of the strategy I would go with. So, you know, anything in the top 10, realistically, if you're looking to invest, it's pretty safe. You know, even you could even extend that to top 50. I think you'd be pretty good. But that's just my thoughts on it. I don't own any, if that was a part of that question as well. I do not have any Solana. I don't plan to get any. But, you know, like I said, I just don't know a ton about it. So there are other coins that I'm looking at and investing in and mining and stuff like that. So definitely another one to think about, though. So you know, we've got a lot of things going on in crypto. It's, like I said, a good way to build up the holdings. You know, just collect as much as you can over the next few days and few weeks just to see what's going on. You know, it's not the end of the world that things have fallen in price. But all right, well, I think I'm probably going to get ready to wrap up the stream here a little bit. I'll let it go for just a few more minutes. I'm going to go grab another drink real quick, and if there's any other last questions, we'll come back and answer those. Mike, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate the support. Like I said here, we got 7 people here. Again, thank you to everybody who did show up. The channel's been growing really well. I've been, you know, looking into some new avenues of, you know, doing some new types of videos, different thumbnails, different titles, stuff like that, to kind of help keep the channel growing. You know, cryptocurrency is not quite as popular as it was earlier this year, so, you know, I've noticed it in, you know, the views and stuff like that, you know, there just aren't as many new people coming across the channel. So it's still growing, just not as at the rate we were before. So, you know, if you guys are ever watching the videos and found them helpful, really just liking and sharing the video, it really does help out the channel, getting new people into the community, you know, whether they're already part of crypto or not. You know, growing the channel, it's been, you know, a little bit of a challenge, but thank you to everybody who did show up today and has been supporting. You know, Low Roller Mike, George, I think Jackson was here as well earlier. You know, those are all names that have been here since, you know, earlier this year, when the channel was really first getting going again. So thank you to you guys for supporting and being here. You know, like I said, I know I haven't done a live stream in a while. And I appreciate you guys just, sticking around, watching the videos, commenting, liking, all of that. It does help out the channel quite a bit. So hopefully we're doing, a 4,000 subscriber live stream here in the next few days. But the other thing I did, excuse me, did want to mention is there may be a little bit of a slowdown in the videos towards the end of the year. I haven't fully figured out what's going to happen yet, but we might only be doing 2 videos a week. I haven't fully decided yet, so I just wanted to put that out there for now. That might change in the future. So, Low Roller, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another live stream tonight or tomorrow. I would say if I'm going to do another one, it will be tomorrow morning, kind of around the same time this one was, or maybe a little bit earlier, but tonight, probably not. So I will consider doing another one for tomorrow, because like I said, I do miss doing the live streams, and it's kind of nice to see what everybody wants to hear about and all that. So keep your eye out on the channel. If I do decide to do one tomorrow, I'll try and schedule it tonight, so that way there's 12 to 14 hours of time for people to see that there is one coming up and all of that. So super cool. I do appreciate it. Mike, you said you've been here since the moon faucet days. Yeah, unfortunately those are gone. Those were a good little collection of sites. Unfortunately that's kind of how it goes in crypto. I remember when I first was starting, there was a site, I think it was called Faucet Box, very similar to Express Crypto or Faucet Pay or something like that, where it's a micro wallet with a list of faucets. But I earned a good amount of the first cryptocurrency I had from that site, and they closed down. So, yeah, moon sites were good, but definitely, I appreciate the support, Mike. I know you've been here. You comment on a lot of videos and stuff like that. And Low Roller, thanks. I'll make sure to schedule it in advance tonight or later this afternoon. Like I said, I wouldn't expect one tonight, but I think there's a good chance we'll do one tomorrow morning. So, but yeah, I appreciate the support from everybody here. So thank you so much. Like I said, if you do enjoy the content, just sharing the channel, getting the word out about Bitcoin tips and the videos and all of that, it does help out in growing the channel and getting new people into it. So thank you so much, everybody. And yeah, Cointoply is a great faucet as well. So thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning, and in the next recorded videos as well.